I really wanted to get into the world building trap because that was a
Mm.
good video. I mean, you don't upload often, but when you do, I watch those videos. Like, yeah, that's always on repeat when I'm drawing or doing something. That was so the same thing with the product, not project. That was another video.
Mm.
I really love these
Yeah.
long, detailed inside videos. Quickly on that, you sort of went into that, which the aspect of people just creating things
Hmm.
around the thing that they want to without actually stepping their foot into the actual thing that they want to create. Same case with me with social media. I've been making stuff on social for like so long, and I look back like a year and a half ago, and it's like I didn't do any meaningful projects. I didn't finish any projects. It was just drawings and drawings and drawings and a bunch of drawings. Obviously, I need
Yeah.
to improve my skill and put in a lot of volume up front. But and same thing happened with YouTube. It's like made a bunch of videos. Okay, now what? Uh,
Hmm.
what happened? Okay, how do I phrase this question? How do you do you fall into that constantly? Because I fall into that constantly. And how do you realign yourself in such a way that you're actually focusing on, let me assume that you always focus on projects that have a start and an end and are product based.
Hmm.
Am I correct?
Yeah.
So how do you get back into it, and how do you stay on track without being distracted by the sirens of social media? It's like, oh, I need a post today. I saw the post today, actually, you made yesterday, which was sort of
Yeah.
coincidental right now. I think sort of answers the question. So, what do you do?
Yeah. Yeah. I haven't had a chance to read everybody's comments on that post, but essentially that post was like, what do you post when you have nothing to post? Because
Yeah,
you can't, there's this pressure to
to
like
post.
to always post because you're
Yeah, yeah,
worried
yeah.
that the algorithm's just going to eat you up and spit you out, and no one's going to
Mm.
see, no one's going to see anything.
Mm-hmm.
Here's what it is, and this is going to be my next YouTube video. I've been like,
Mm-hmm.
I don't make YouTube videos unless I have something to say,
That's a good
right?
strategy. Yeah, no, no,
So
keep
so
doing
that's
that.
strategy number one. Like I don't, and I made that decision a long time ago. I decided I didn't want to be a YouTuber. I wanted to be
Yeah.
an artist first,
Oh boy.
an
Yeah.
artist who makes YouTube videos, and not a YouTuber who
Who makes
makes
art?
drawings.
Yes.
You know,
Yes.
and not to knock anybody who does that, because that is a surefire like way to being successful is
Mm.
leaning in and just doing YouTube right,
Right.
and the
Right.
drawing is sort of like a hobby aspect
Oops.
of it.
Sorry. So just a second. Uh,
It's all right.
I don't know. My phone wasn't silent. My alarm just went off. Yeah. Sorry. Go.
So I think the solution to the problem is figure out what it is you are. Are you a social media influencer who does
Mm.
drawings for fun, or are you an artist who creates things and uses social media to like promote those things, right? And so
Yeah.
when you got to like shift that mindset. And so I've fallen into that trap before where I put like the most important thing is posting. And so
Mm-hmm.
like okay, uh my goal is to post 5 days a week or 3 days a week, so I better create something so I have something to post. And then my way to like justify that in the past was, and the reason for that was I wanted to grow the Instagram account. I wanted
Right.
to build like a following and have people, um, people like my work and know who I
Mm.
was. And so I knew I needed to like just post all the time. And so it
Mm.
had its place, but really to justify it, I had all these drawings. What do I do with them? Well, let's collect them in a book and let's sell that book. So at least those
Mm-hmm.
drawings were used for something. And then those drawings went into, some of them became stickers, some of them became
Mm.
t-shirts, some of them, I have ideas for pins based on some of these drawings. So there's a way to like monetize these drawings
Mm.
that you did to make an Instagram a
Yeah.
post.
Yeah.
And then, there's prints you can do. But but taking a step back, it's like, how long can you do that for, and how interested are people going to be in that in the long run? Like,
Mm-hmm.
a drawings book has a very narrow audience. An art book has a very narrow audience. I feel like the people who like my art books are primarily artists who need ideas or need inspiration, or want to look at technique. And that's very narrow, as opposed to people who like stories, people who like sci-fi stories, right? That's a much broader audience.
Yeah.
And so I think the plan moving forward, or should be, I think, it depends on what you want and what you want to do and where you're at, but come up with a product first. Think about the thing that you want to have in the marketplace, that you want to have created. Come up with that first. That's like your North Star. You're always pointing towards that. And then social media, the content you make is for that thing. And then social media is just documenting you making that thing, right? And then, if you're always focused on making this product, you shouldn't ever run out of things to post, because you're always working on that. And you just kind of show, have people join you in the process. You could show how you're doing it. You could, dig deep into the world and the characters, and each post could be something about your character and why you chose them. You can post about your inspiration. People like seeing that kind of stuff. So I have a list here too of content, right? So
yeah, that'll be nice.
If you're wondering what kind of things to post, here's the list that I wrote for myself: inspiration, process or production, commentary. So you could, something's going, like right now, everybody, or maybe it's past, I don't know, but a lot of people talking about NFTs. So you could kind of throw your hat in there and talk about NFTs, or anything else that the art community is wondering about or talking about, or even not the art community. You could post your commentary on, WandaVision and why you thought it was great or you thought it was bad. Curation. So take stuff that you've drawn in the past and put them together in a post. I've did that a couple of times where I was like, I need something to post today, so I'm just going to take 10 different robots that I've done in the past, put them in one post, and ask people which one's their favorite. Announcements or reminders is a post. Anytime you have something coming up, you get a free post for that. Advice or education, that's something you're great at. Just like teaching people how to do certain things. And then contests or games. So I look at TM Wilson. I don't know if you're familiar with him, but he's got the Character Arena challenge on Instagram. And essentially he has people submit character designs, warrior designs, and then everybody votes on who would win in a matchup. And I think it's brilliant, and it's such a good use of the platform. And you see his follower count grow, and not that matters, but what I see more importantly is an engaged audience, and that's really what you want.
True.
The quality of the audience, not the quantity of people following you, right? So that's how you go about it. That's the whole thing with I think that's the answer to how artists use social media, or creators use social media. It doesn't matter if you're a comic artist or a fine artist or a musician, or even, a Lego builder, right? Like you
document the process, right? You show them how things are going and what the projects that you're working on.
Yeah. But that's only if you like it, if you want to be a creator, like a person who creates things. If you just want to be an influencer and a poster, then just make a drawing and post it every day, and that's fine too.
True.
At the end of the day, what are you going to do with all the drawings, right? You got to figure that out too.
That was a sort of a very stark realization for me a while back. I was slowly turning into the YouTuber who uses art on the side. Then I was like, you know what? I wanted to tell stories. I want to make things. I want to put things out there. Then I just made this video, like no kidding, like 3 days ago or something. The problem with being a YouTube artist, you sort of fall into this weird trap of you were sort of at first finding a way, like, okay, I want to draw, I want to make this and turn this into a living. Guess what? I'll draw, put out good quality YouTube videos that maybe eventually turns out into something, right? And you might build a brand, you might sell products out of that and all that. But over time, you sort of fall into this weird trap where you are not drawing to tell a story, or not drawing to convey something or create a project, but rather drawing to make a piece of content to gain some sort of numbers, views, likes, influence, whatever. So yeah, you're right. That is a trap. And I think I was sort of, I'm focusing a lot on mini projects and small projects, getting myself actually used to doing sizable projects that I can actually follow through on. So yeah, those are the things.